Hello, everyone. I'm just getting a final best pieces done, but I think we can start fully now. So, hi. I know it's been a while. I've been busy with school and everything, but I'm done with that now. So, if you want to get a quick update on videos, I'm working on them, so they're not going to be a huge issue. But today, I want to talk about something that is relatively important because it pretty much is like a big deal if you're a huge fan of Powerpuff Girls. Now, for the past year, or not year, like several months, we've been getting updates regarding the upcoming live action Powerpuff Girls television series that's going to be produced for the CW. And I just want to share this. So, this is production image that was done right when production of the pilot began. And when the pilot was announced, people were kind of mixed. Like, people were like, oh yeah, CW doing a Powerpuff Girls show. Like, others were like, no, I don't want this. So the script and pilot was all done until it was recently announced. Like, I think they earlier today, the original planned script and pilot for the Powerpuff Girls CW show is being redone. And they gave this statement saying, the reason we do pilots is sometimes things miss. This was just a miss. Keep in mind, this is a miss for the CW, a network that has done shows like Riverdale, and I'm not gonna knock you for liking Riverdale, okay? But I'm just confused because why Archie? I'm genuinely curious. Why Archie? So the current show, as we know it, is being reworked into something new that's gonna come out later on, either later this year or early next year. But everyone's still gonna be attached. The writers are still be attached to it. The original actresses for Blossom Bubble Buttercup, they're attached to it. Everyone's still gonna be attached to it. It's just gonna be a whole new story that they're gonna be working with. Well, not a whole new story, but like they're gonna be retooling. So it's kind of a crazy thing that they're retooling everything now, considering 24 hours ago, the script for the pilot got leaked, and people lost their minds. People went ape shit over it because it's bad. And I read the small snippets of it, and I can agree with that statement. Like, oh boy, what do they do here? Like, it's just nonstop cringe for this type of show because you would think like at least there'd be some care with it, but like no, it's just it doesn't feel like Powerpuff Girls. That's one of the clearest things I can say with what I've read. And then at the end of that long thread, there was a link to download the full script, which got leaked through Reset Era. Now, at first, I was kind of adamant about it being officially leaked because this is the internet. A lot of things can be done here to screw with people. There is like no legit way of saying that this was a legit script leak for the show. But then, earlier today, um, this is from what I tweeted out yesterday when it came to the script leak originally. And down here was where the thread was. It's deleted. It got deleted for copyright. So this is pretty much the smoking gun match, but whatever you want to call it. Sorry, that the leak was legit because the official holders of that script told them to take it down. It was DMCA. So that is a telltale sign that this is like a legit leak. How they did it, I do not know, but it happened. So that brings us to today, 24 hours later, and I have the script. And I thought that I would do a little reading for it. You guys are going to get my blind reaction to it. And for those who don't want to read it, but want to hear what's in it, I offer myself as tribute. I will be the person to read this monstrosity to you, so that we can all suffer together. Because at the end of the day, suffering together is what brings people closer. Is it a warped mind view? Maybe. But look, I've been dealing with this news for however long it's been out, so I'm going to get in on this when I can. So, here it is. Powerpuff Girls Pilot, written by Diablo Cody, cool name, and Heather Ranger. Hope I said that last name right. It's a network revision, and it was done by February 9th, 2021, 3 months ago. I legit am frightened for what I'm going to see here because I do not know what's in store here. I've only seen small snippets from the selected screenshots, but not the full one. So I'm genuinely curious with how they're going to treat it all here. Maybe there's some cool points here, maybe not, but I'm not getting my hopes up. One second. Here we are. So this is where we're at now. So I'm gonna give you like a few minutes to like get something to drink, get something to snack on, get cozy because we have 61 pages to get through. And it's gonna be a challenge. Because my attention span is already but with something that I don't want and I have to subject myself to, it's a legit challenge, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm gonna prep myself a little bit, get a little drink, then get started. Oh, and in case people say like, oh, you're gonna be using this to like make money off of them, I'll be clear right now. I am making $0 from this channel right now. I am not monetized. And the reason I'm doing this is because I want to see what exactly we could have gotten. This is a review, a full-fledged review of the show we could have gotten if the network was going to step in and say, try again. It's going to be a challenge, and I'm not getting paid for it. I do it because I want to do it. And I want to do it for you guys. I got emotional there. Ooh. All right. Let's just change the volume quickly. By the way, I'm not going to be doing the voices of the characters. I suck at voice acting. So, let's get started. Powerpuff Girls Pilot. Exterior, big blue in the sky day. Super, 2003. Over a big blue sky filled with cotton candy clouds. The narrator. Once upon a time, in the early 2000s, there were 3 extraordinary sisters who were destined to save the world. Blossom Utonium 7 soars in the frame. Blossom can fly, and effortlessly, even in the practical pink dress she wears. Blossom. Come on, guys, he's getting away. Narrator, Leo. Blossom was the leader, the go-getter, the goody-goody. Alright, so far, I guess they kind of got it right because like Blossom was kind of like the good one in the group. I would use the term, what's that word? Teacher's pet at points. But at the end of the day, she was still a badass, okay? Buttercup Utonium flies up next to her sister. She's a scrappy, scowling tomboy wearing a green dress. Buttercup, mocking high voice. Come on, guys, he's getting away! Please, we always catch them. Alright, got a little Buttercup sass there, that's nice. Narrator, Leo. Buttercup was the tough one, the hard ass, if you pardon the idiom. Hey, considering that the original pilot for Powerpuff Girls was named, I think it was either Whoop Ass Girls or Whoop Ass Stew, Yeah, you don't have to worry about the language. Buttercup zooms off, a green blur. Bubbles Utonium in a blue dress, pigtails, and an adorable smile rises up behind Blossom. Bubbles. I spy a camera crew. We're gonna be on TV tonight. Woot! Um, okay. Blossom. Let's focus on finishing the job of protecting our city. Bubbles. Well, don't forget the smile. Daddy says our image is important as our efficiency. What? Ooh. Okay, just one page in, and I'm already starting to feel it. God, I wish this is a fake script right now. I hope this is a fake script still and I'm being fooled, but at the same time, the copyright holders took it down. Why would like they do that? DMCA the script if it wasn't gonna be legit and everything. This could be the legit script. Oh my god. That doesn't sound like Professor Utonium is to say that. She grins, touching dimples with her index fingers. Narrator, VO. And Bubbles was the sweet, upbeat, and cheerful one most of the time. Yeah, that's true. She's sweet, but she can kick ass. Title, Powerpuff Girls. The three girls dip down, diving towards a murdering three-headed Pegasus monster, big as a building, wreaking havoc on the city. We only see it briefly. Don't worry. Don't worry. What? Buttercup, time to kick some beast. She bursts ahead of them, hooking swiftly around a welcome billboard that reads, The City of Townsville, home of the Powerpuff Girls. A triptych of brief action shots. Buttercup punching the beast, Bubbles stunning it with her ice breath, Blossom tying it up. Townsville cheers for them. The girls take a bow. Let me just check the line out quickly. Before I continue, is everyone hearing everything well? Oh boy. Interior, Professor Utonium's lab, day. Super, 1996, 7 years earlier. Drake Newtonium, a debonair scientist in his 30s, toils in the lab surrounded by mysterious equipment and chemical compounds. There's an explosion of light. An explosion of light, red, blue, and green, as new life blooms from the petite. Did I say that right? Narrator, view. Ah, my brain's trying to turn itself off from reading this. Sorry about that. Narrator, VO. He long dreamed of being a father, but his grandiosity prevented him from pursuing this goal in the usual manner. Drake didn't just want children. He wanted. Drake lifts the tinted goggles off his face, astonished. Phenomenal. Above him is the magic fogged air. We see the silhouettes of the hovering, newly made 7-year-old Powerpuff Girls. Drake turns to his gawky, cowering lab partner, Dr. Joseph Mojo Mondale. Mojo Jojo's a lab partner? Is he human? Or what? Mojo claps, though he looks a bit uncertain. Mojo. Congrats, you did it. Drake. I couldn't have done it without you, Mojo. Interior, Professor Antonium's house kitchen, evening. The girls, the professor, and the professor's girlfriend, Cerebellum. Miss Bellum. This is where we get Miss Bellum. Uh, so this is how they introduce Sarah, Miss Bellum. Not as like the mayor's assistant currently, but as the professor's girlfriend. Okay. Geez, why do they do this to Sarah with Miss Bellum? Why did I say Sarah? Why are they doing this to Miss Bellum? First it was 2016 series. Now it's this. Oh my god. You know what? Let me just see something quickly. I'm just checking how the stream's going. We'll get back to it soon. All right, is that good? Okay. Sorry for the microphone. I'm just trying to think about willpower to continue this. I'm not even past the second page, and this is what we're getting. All right, page 3. All right, a redhead with kind eyes enjoy a cozy, laughter-filled dinner. Narrator VO. For years, all was well in the Etonium household. The sisters were the best of friends. Drake was a proud papa. His girlfriend Sarah had become like part of the family. Off this warm scene we cut to exterior, the first bank of Townsville, dusk. A crowd cheering as the girls descend on villain Fuzzy Lumpkins and snatch bags of cash from his clutches. Narrator VO. The girls were beloved heroes in Townsville, a city mysteriously benign with villainous creatures and crooks. Scientists, religious gurus, and conspiracy theorists all had their own explanations for why Townsville was the center of these strange attacks, but no one knew for sure. All they knew was that the Powerpuff Girls kept them safe. Interior, Joseph Mojo Mondel's observatory, same. Revealing Mojo watched the spectacle on television in his mountaintop observatory, he glares, sick with envy. Narrator VO. Dr. Joseph Mojo Mondel was not so delighted with the Powerpuff Girls. He resented their celebrity, especially since he helped Drake discover Chemical X, the mutagen substance that gave the girls their powers. But Drake, wrapped up in the limelight, seems to have forgotten about the decades-long partnership. I almost said friendship. Well, I guess so. Mojo turns off the TV. He walks to the window. I guess I can try to do the Mojo Jojo thing because I want to have fun here. So I guess I can try the Mojo Jojo voice. Narrator VO. He hoped to use the chemical to gain powers himself. Powers he'd use for good. Like Elon Musk. Okay, Elon Musk exists in this world. What? But also for his own personal gain. Like Elon Musk. Oh, you're trying to put the jokes, huh? Not funny. But what use would be now? Mojo wasn't cute. He didn't have sugar or spice or anything nice. He was just a plain, old, boring man. Bold and italic man. As Mojo gazed out the window, we see 3 glittery streaks of color appear in the sky. It's the girls. A boy runs up from behind, nose pressed against the glass. Mojo's son, Jojo. 8. So wait, Mojo is not Mojo Jojo. Is his son Jojo gonna be Jojo? Is his son gonna be Mojo Jojo? While Mojo is just there. Kind of an unneeded added character. Jojo, Dad, were those the Powerpuff Girls? I wish I could fly. They're all so cool, especially Blossom. Off Mojo, stewing. Interior, Person Tonium's house, den, day. The girls and Drake watch a live news broadcast. Mojo stands at the podium at a televised rally. The Chiron underneath reads, Concerned scientists hold anti-Powerpuff rally. Mojo on TV. Mojo on TV. I worked with Professor for years. He's power hungry and duplicitous. He stole Chemical X from me, and I believe he may even be the mastermind behind Townsville's most heinous monsters. Crowds gasp. How else would the girls stay famous? If not from protecting us, maybe we need to be protected from them. Blossom. But we never. Drake. He's a sad, bitter man. Don't worry, they're more popular than ever. Narrator VO. Drake was right. The girls had a national fan club, licensed merch, even their own cartoon. Ah! Ha, 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 ha! Ha! Really gonna reference something that's better than this. Okay. Huh. You know, it would be funny. It would be funny if like they showed like a montage of what they had, like the licensed merch, the fan club, and for the own cartoon, it's just the original series. Like that would be funny. All right, like that would be a laugh out of me. Huh. All right. Narrator VO continues. They're about to face the evil far more formidable, a force that defeats innumerable gifted children. B. Puberty. Interior, Professor Newtonium, early morning. Close to red phone ringing, Super, 2013. Blossom, now teenager, is lying in bed. She opens one eye, elbows teenage Buttercup, who is lying next to her. We see sat prep books scattered next to Blossom. Blossom, wake up, red phone. Buttercup takes out her mouthguard and groans. Buttercup, I was up till 3 a.m. texting Rachel. She thinks I'm seeing other girls. Blossom, because you are. Buttercup, yeah, but I had to put in a lot of work to convince her I wasn't. Reveals Bubbles passed on the floor. What? Bubbles is a drunk? Why? Why would you write? I wish I had something to get drunk with right now. But it's a weekday. I usually reserve to get faster on the weekends. Like, I'm confident to anyone who's watching this. How's the script so far to you? Like, I'm just like, curious. Okay. Okay, let's get back to this. Hold on. Reveals Bubbles passed out on the floor, hungover. Bubbles, can someone please answer the thing? Like, I told myself I wasn't doing the voice, but I kind of want to see what it sounded like if Bubbles, like TV Bubbles, said that. It's funny, but also sad. Buttercup flippantly picks it up and snaps it back down. Buttercup, where were you last night? Bubbles, we broke to the zoo again. We made the flamingos drink hypnotic. I think is that a real drink? Find out later. Blossom has climbed out of bed and is beginning to put her costume on. It's the same dress they wore as little girls. Blossom, come on guys, let's just suit up and get this done. Buttercup, I'm not wearing that dress anymore. It compulsory heterosexuality. I don't know what that means. So, I know one word. I know what this is. So, I'm just going to ignore that. I'll look it up later. Blossom, take it up with Dad. Buttercup, Dad freaks out if we do anything off model. He treats us like we're products he developed. Well, accidentally, he developed you like do Chemical X and everything, but yeah, it's weird that their father would have this mentality of treating him like pageant, like those pageant girls. Like there's a children beauty pageants like on TLC and everything. It's weird because it's not he has that mentality. It's odd. Bubbles, why are you so angry at Daddy? Buttercup, it wasn't our idea to be ordained saviors of Townsville. Blossom, no, but it's our responsibility. Even if we're tired of test prep or girl drama or blue fruit flavored cognac. Okay, so probably is a real drink. Bubble, dry heaves. Oh! Like, I'm reading the script, but I'm mentally imagining this all happening with the cartoon version of Powerpuff Girls. And oh my god, this is just getting me sad. But I'm just in my seat quickly. Blossom pulls Buttercup's costume out of the hamper. She sniffs and grimaces. Blossom continues, tosses it. That's crystal deodorant. Does not work. Exterior, Professor Newtonium's house, minutes later. Buttercup, Bubbles, and Blossom shuffle out the front door. Bubbles, are we simply fighting Swampy again? Who has the brief? Drake pops out of the house, followed by Sarah. Drake, Bubbles, wait, where are you? Where are your pigtails? You have to stick to the character Bible. Oh. Sarah, she's not a character, Drake. Drake, I know. That's why I'm allowing her to select 2 outside friends and limited after-school activities. Buttercup, I don't appreciate the look for your friends right now. Sarah, can you blame her? She's 17 and she's up the butt crack of dawn. What? She's up at the butt crack of dawn? To fight a talking swamp. Drake, Sarah, as always, I appreciate your concern for my family, but you're not part of it. I mean, you kind of are part of, like, you guys are dating, like, she kind of is part of the family. She can at least have a say. Before the girls can begin to defend Sarah, Blossom pipes up. Blossom, guys, we have to go. Townville needs us. Blossom takes off into the sky. The other girls follow suit reluctantly. Sarah stares at Drake, hurt. Drake, come on. I'll make you an omelet while we watch the live feed. Drake heads inside. Sarah doesn't move. Sarah, been together for 9 years. 9 years? Oh, come on. She's part of the family, pretty much. Drake, exclusive for 7. Sarah, when are you gonna let me in here? Another 9 years? Never? Off Drake's silence. I can't do this anymore, Drake. Exterior, City of Townsville, day. Bubbles and Blossom and Buttercup battle Swampy. It's way more than it should be. Effortful than it should be. When suddenly, a laser beam grazes Swampy and almost hits Blossom. Reveal. A giant squid robot being operated by Mojo. A lab monkey by his side. Mojo voice bellows from the megaphone. Mojo, stop the Powerpuff Girls. Don't you see they're behind us? They're putting you all in danger. In Mojo's observatory, a teenage JoJo co-pilot his father's via... Co-pilots his father. So, alright, so Mojo is a monkey now. Should clarify that. JoJo co-pilots his father via a control panel monitor, holding a Blossom action figure. JoJo, Dad, easy on Blossom, remember? Okay. He's holding a Blossom action figure while... Okay, I'm getting, like, My Life's a Teenage Robot vibes. Like, with that nerd character. I can't remember his name right now. I'm stumped. Alright. JoJo, Dad, easy on Blossom, remember? Mojo, I got this, JoJo. Back on the girls. Trying to subdue Swampy. A few anti-Powerpuff Girls protesters gather below. One throws a Slurpee. Buttercup goes red hot and flies up to the jackass. Buttercup, I will honestly end you. The people cower in fear as Mojo blasts at Blossom again. Blossom, guys, a little help? Bubbles, we're working on it. Mojo blasts another laser at Swampy, hitting him in the arm and the building behind him. Concrete debris rains down. Blossom catches the falling pieces in both arms, looking to her sisters for help. But hungover, Bubbles can barely handle Swampy and Buttercup fighting with protesters. Desperate, Blossom kicks a third piece of debris out of the air, but it ricochets a lamppost, exploding into fragments. Mojo's robot is riddled with shrapnel and it falls to the ground. In Mojo's lab, JoJo is speechless. His eyes water. JoJo. Dad? Above, the robot. Blossom sees blood on the inside panel. Blossom and Buttercup join her. Blossom begins to hyperventilate, having a full-blown panic attack. What? Did she just kill Mojo? Newscaster sits behind the news banner. A Townsville divided. Newscaster. In the wake of Mojo's death. Oh my god! They just killed someone. I haven't seen the original show in a while, but even I don't think they would have gone that far to kill someone. Alright. In the wake of Mojo's death, a once-friends group of anti-Powerpuff Girls activists have gained massive popularity in Townsville. Their goal? To banish the Powerpuff Girls. The news cuts the footage of the mayor holding a press conference surrounded by angry anti-Powerpuff protesters. Mayor, due to public safety concerns, the Powerpuff Girls have been outlawed from fighting in Townsville. The protesters cheer wildly as, interior Professor Newtonium's house TV room day, Bubbles and Buttercup watch the TV under a blanket together. Buttercup, I better check on Blossom. Interior Professor Newtonium's house, Blossom's room, day. Buttercup enters Blossom's room. Buttercup, Bloss? The bed is empty and made. Empty drawers are open. Exterior, gray skies, day. See a tear-stained Blossom flying as fast as she can through an overcast sky. A suitcase strapped to her back. Exterior, Professor Newtonium's house, same. Now furious Buttercup bursts angrily out the front door and is immediately sworn by news cameras. Buttercup, beat you all and beat Townsville. The Powerpuff Girls are done. End of teaser. Alright. Okay, that was the end of the teaser. Took about 10 pages to get through. And if we're going by the standard length of one page of script being equal to 1 minute, that's about 10 minutes worth of content right there. I'm going to review this quickly before we get to Act 1. It's different, and I'm not saying that either as a good thing or a bad thing. I'm just unsure about it. Like, Professor Newtonium being like this person to make the Powerpuff Girls like a product, that's different, but that's not good. Because the original Professor Newtonium, he was a supportive father. He was stupid, but he was smart sometimes. He was stupid sometimes, but he was also smart. And he was supportive then. But doing this just kind of ruins that character for me. The most positive I can say is at least they kind of got some of the personalities right, even though they kind of exaggerated it to the nth degree and made them like really extreme. Like, there's something called subtlety you could do. Like, you don't have to like really go crazy with them. Miss Bellum as the girlfriend professor, that's just, why can't she be like the assistant to the mayor like in the original? How come since 2016 and now Miss Bellum kind of got the raw end of the stick in terms of being a character in this? Like, even though she wasn't in episodes that much, and she did like, you could tell from personality like she was a big key to the show. Like, I do have to say though, one positive, and this is one, is that they're exploring this idea of a city being against the Powerpuff Girls. Like, I could be down with that. I think there were episodes where they kind of had that happen as well. I have to look back at it, but you could do something like that. Current year, you can bring up all these ideas of like, oh, cancel culture and everything, to cancel the Powerpuff Girls, and then see what the town, what they sow when monsters and everything come back at them to bite them in the ass, and the Powerpuff Girls have to unite. You can do that, but I'm afraid what they're going to do here to mess all this up. So that's one positive. One positive is a city against the Powerpuff Girls. Like, I could be down for that. The only thing that matters is if it's done well and competently and good. Which, let's start with Act 1. So I'm having fun so far? Having fun suffering? Alright. Act 1. Exterior house, day. Smoke billows from the first floor of the house. Narrator VO. After Blossom ran away to build a new life for herself, Buttercup and Bubbles follow suit. On the second floor, a window opens. Adult Buttercup, wearing firefighter gear, leaps out the window with a little boy in her arms. They fly down 20 feet and land gently. Narrator VO. Enraged by the ignoble end of the PPGs, Buttercup sought anonymity. She moved to a small town in Oregon, shortened her name to B, and joined the fire department, convincing herself that she could be happy as a normal human hero. Little boy. I think, guys, I thought you guys used ladders. Buttercup, if anyone asks, I did. Then, can't keep to yourself. Want to see me put out this fire with a magic ice breath? Okay. The little boy nods, excited, as Buttercup inhales. Another firefighter comes around the side of the house with a hose. Buttercup continues. Maybe next time. Exterior Hollywood Boulevard, night. See you on a license plate. Bubbles 1. Affixed to a baby blue Corvette. Adult Bubbles, still wearing her signature pigtails, pops the trunk. It's full of Powerpuff Girls merch and a price list. Selfies $20, t-shirts $30, selfie and shirt $45. Narrator VO. Bubbles went to Hollywood hoping to capitalize on her childhood fame. Oh, okay, that's kind of sad. So far in these 11 minutes, this show has either made me confused, mad, or sad. And it's only been like 11 pages, or 10 if you don't have the title page, but imagine if it was on TV. I would just be mad, sad, and confused for that entire time. A little bit of Gatorade. Alright. Narrator VO continues. After 2 stints in rehab and 3 failed reality show pilots, she had pivoted to direct sales. Bubbles announced herself to a pack of passing tourists. Bubbles. I'm Bubbles from the Powerpuff Girls. The real Bubbles. Unlike that Bobo knockoff Wonder Woman. Okay. So wait. Because there's one thing I want to know. If they ever did a live action PPG, well, would there be at any point a crossover with like the DC universe? Because like we've seen that happen with Cartoon Network with like Powerpuff Girls and Teen Titans Go, but would that work in live action? Like, would the Powerpuff Girls be integrated well into the DC universe? Well, like these are questions. Like this is the type of thing that if the Wi-Fi goes off in my room, if the Wi-Fi goes off in my home, I'm left with my thoughts. These are the type of questions that go into my head. So, question: could Powerpuff Girls work in the DC universe or in the DC TV universe movie? I don't give a fuck. Could Powerpuff Girls work in DC? Question of the day. Answer it if you can. So, fake Wonder Woman, who looks really fake, turns and sticks her tongue out Bubbles as a tourist flocks to her. Interior, college lecture hall, day. Blossom sits in the lecture hall taking notes. Narrator, VO. As for Blossom, she attends an elite women's college in the Northeast, collecting degrees to cocoon herself from the harsh stint of the real world. It was effective. She spots a Powerpuff tattoo on the bicep of a classmate. Narrator, most of the time. Super, 2021. Current year. Interior, Blossom apartment, morning. Blossom joins her adorable boyfriend Clive for breakfast. As Blossom enters, he puts a birthday hat on her head, smiling. Narrator, VO. After a decade of school, Blossom got a job at a Boston area biotech firm where she met her boyfriend Clive. This morning, they're celebrating her 25th birthday, which is technically tomorrow, but tomorrow, Blossom has some out-of-state business to attend to. Ding! A reminder test from Spirit Airlines. Oh boy, enjoy that. Enjoy that flight. That's just like, Spirit Airlines is the New York City subway in the air. Alright, Spirit Airlines pops up on Blossom's phone. It's time to check your flight to Tonto, departing tomorrow 8 a.m. 8 a.m. She shudders. Blossom, I don't want to go to Townsville. Clive rubs her shoulders warmly as he pours her coffee. Clive, after this weekend, you never have to again. Once you sign that document and collect your trust fund, you're free. Besides, you've been so excited to see your sisters after all this time. Blossom, maybe I waited too long. I've been so MIA. Buttercup and Bubbles talk all the time. Buttercup even went to see Bubbles' one-woman show, Bubbles with a Chance of Bubbles. I'm using my Coke Gatorade. It's like an ice pack for my head because this is giving me a headache now. Hey, how you guys holding up? Holding up well? I know I'm holding on. I'm trying, but I'm holding on. Clive, babe, you had a messed up childhood that culminated in a traumatic event. Yeah. It's like your therapist says. You need to go out and make your own way in the world, for the sake of your mental health. Blossom, I hope I don't have a panic attack while I'm there. Clive, if you do freak out, just do what Dr. Pat taught you. Blossom nodding. Right. Visualize my inner child. She gazes into the middle distance where her childhood self magically appears, waving at her reassuringly. Blossom continues. Thanks for being amazing, Clive. I love you. Ding! Another text, this time from Bubbles with both Buttercup and Blossom. It says, Happy birthday Eve, my BBs. See you tomorrow. Blossom soothed by her conversation with Clive. Grins and texts back, Can't wait to see you guys. Seriously. After a beat, Buttercup texts, Me 3. Clive, it's gonna be super fun. Exterior, government building to establish. Day. Jojo, pre-lap. Damn it, straight to hell, Gina. Interior, mayor's office. Day. Jojo, now also in his 20s, sits in a well-appointed office. A plaque on his desk reads, Jojo Model, Mayor of Townsville. He reads through the report in front of his secretary, Gina, 50. He has a pet monkey sitting on his desk. Gina, this is just initial polling data. You got some time to pull ahead. Narrator, unlike a proper... Unlike our prodigal Powerpuff Girls, Mojo's son Jojo stayed in Townsville. Indeed, his dedication to the city has carried him all the way to the public office. He was the youngest person ever elected mayor of Townsville. Unfortunately for him, a second term looks unlikely. I've delivered on everything I promised, except free gelato Fridays, and that's only because the perfect scoop turned out to be a front for trafficking meth. Then, exasperated, Alicia Lawrence has no experience. She's impulsive and reactionary. Gina, she's exciting. Jojo, you mean she's not a white man? Gina cringes. You know, you hear about reverse discrimination, but until that happens to you, off her, no offense, you totally earn your position. Optics don't hurt much. Ooh. Okay. Jojo, musing. There's one thing people love more than virtue signaling Gina. Gina, frozen desserts of Italian origins? No. Security, safety, and I can provide that. Jojo feeds his monkey a treat. Gina, with all due respect, Mr. Mayor, Townsville is a candy-colored bubble of privilege and comfort. Ever since the creature's attack stopped, we are one of America's safest cities. I don't think people are voting from a place of fear. Jojo, what about my pet monkey? What's it mean? That was meaningful in the last election. Gina, post-Harambe. Dead memes. Well, not really, literally a dead meme. R.I.P. Harambe. Didn't deserve to get shot by the people at the zoo. Yeah, there. It's odd for them to talk about this. Ugh. No one cares anymore. Jojo, I need to read through all this. Go ahead and knock off the lunch. Gina, one more thing. The Powerpuff Girls are coming to town tomorrow. The color drains from Jojo's face. He's shaken. Jojo, tomorrow. All 3? Gina, just for the weekend. The Gazette called asking for a comment. Jojo, tell Frank I said no comment. That'll be all. Gina nods, exits. As Jojo mows all over, his monkey screeches. It gives Jojo an idea. He picks up his cell, pulls up a contact, short stack, hesitates for a moment, then dials. Jojo continues. I need you. Exterior, Townsville Airport curb, Uber pickup, day. Buttercup exits with a duffel. She's Bubbles with her suite of luggage in line from her Uber. She's accompanied by a middle-aged guy with a camera. She spots Buttercup heading over. Bubbles, here she comes, start filming. Then, Buttercup, happy birthday, beach. Where did my life go wrong to a point where I'm reading this? Why? Oh my god. Oh, Dark Oz. Oh no, I'm gonna actually this quickly. I downloaded it before the link got off. Downloaded. All right. Dark Oz, thanks for commenting. All right, so we ended with Bubbles. Buttercup, happy birthday, bitch! I can't even say this with a happy face. They hug happily until Buttercup notices the cameraman. Buttercup, what's with Almazos over here? Does he work for Bravo? Bubbles, no, I'm making a tasteful doc about my comeback / solo career, which starts with capturing our reunion, which is kind of a big D. Cameraman. Oh, and this is my manager, Ace. Ace. Oh! Is it Ace of Gangrene Gang? Like, because if it's Ace of Gangrene Gang, like, that would be a decent callback. It would be good to introduce Gangrene Gang into the series. Buttercup. When you say reunion, to be clear, you mean like our personal reunion, because I'm not Bubbles. You're not interested in a reteam or reboot of Powerpuff Girls, I know. Even though America would go rip shit bonkers for it. Okay, I don't know. Oh boy. I'm pretty sure like they would censor this for the CW, but hearing rip shit bonkers, I'm starting to have second doubts. Like maybe it is no revision, and maybe like it's something where they'll censor it, but who knows? Now, like the evidence is there that the original script thing was removed for copyright and everything, which is pretty much everything you need to see to confirm that this is like a legit script. But hearing rip shit bonkers is kind of a odd thing to hear for a script meant for like the CW, which is I want to say is it basic cable or something? Because I know like premium show channels like FX and everything, like they can get away with cursing now, especially recently with FX saying fuck now. So now I'm starting to have like some doubts, but I'm treating this from as stability as I can. Sorry for the little tangent. Like I literally say and do anything just stop myself from reading this. We're not even halfway done. Good God. All right, Ace. They would. Buttercup affectionately stroked one of Bubbles' pigtails. Buttercup, you haven't changed at all. Bubbles, winking. Got stick to the character Bible. They smirk, but they look to exchange are poignant. Interior, car, day. Bubbles, Buttercup, and Ace ride in the back of an Uber. They pass the old Welcome to Township billboard, which now says Jojo Mondale, Mayor, with a smiling photo of Jojo. Buttercup, so Mojo Sun's the mayor now. Bubbles, remember that huge crush he had on Blossom? Weird kid. Hey, you know who we should go see while we're out? Sarah. She was always so great with us. Buttercup, Dad blew that one. Bubbles, yeah, now you just date random beach bunnies and science hoes. My God. Is this stream going okay for anyone? Like I know I'm doing what I can to at least keep it entertained, but I don't want it to be like completely a bad experience for you. Hello? Alright. Yeah, and I just state random beach bunnies and science hoes. Buttercup looks out the window and sees Townville gift. A shop still selling Powerpuff Girls souvenirs. Buttercup. Look, they rejected us, but they're still hawking our merch. Pathetic. Bubbles. We put this town on the map, like the real aliens of Roswell. Buttercup. Or the witches in Salem. The car turns on their childhood street. Buttercup continues. I can't believe Blossom is coming. She's been a total ghost aside from the Victory holiday texts. Buttercup continues. Yeah, it's probably only because Dad made it mandatory for us to be here IRL to access the trust. So what are you going to do with your money? Buy a little cabin, rescue a few snoodles and doodles? Buttercup. I'm not a total cliche. Continues. Then, I'm gonna have chickens too. Suddenly, they look out the window, unarmed. Bubbles. What the fuzzy lumpkins? We see a mob of people gather near the Powerpuff Girls' childhood home. Some are pressed, some carry signs saying that things like, no violence. Sorry, this entire script is really making me. Let's do this. We see a mob of people gathering near the Powerpuff Girls' childhood home. Some are pressed, some carry signs that say things like, no violence in Townsville. A scant few are fans. Buttercup. Dad alerted the press. Exterior, Professor Newtonium's house. Day. The sisters get out of the Uber. The small crowd surrounds them, yelling questions. Are you here to start trouble, etc.? Journalist. Are the Powerpuff Girls reteaming? Buttercup. Hell no. I'm not caping for Townsville ever again. I'm here to collect a debt, then I'm out. Bubbles. Throttle up, throttle down, boo. Your Chem X is showing. Then sweetly. Who is this? Revealed a cute little girl standing on the front door. Henrietta. Hello, I'm Henrietta. I'm a huge fan, Blossom, and Blossom is my favorite. But are you our feminist icons? That's not a lot. Like, Powerpuff Girls is like one of the huge, shows with female characters. And I kind of agree with that statement. Like, Powerpuff Girls are feminist icons in a sense. Bubbles. Thank you, cutie. Henrietta. Can I have a hug? Bubbles leans down to hug Henrietta. Buttercup notices a large furry caterpillar on Henrietta's shoulder, arching up towards Bubbles' ear. She instinctively swats the caterpillar into the bushes. Henrietta bursts into tears in full panic. Henrietta. That's my pet Gloria! Buttercup begins to mumble an apology as Bubbles. Daddy! Camera shutter clicks as Drake opens the door to greet his daughters. Bubbles hugs him. Ace films. Drake. Girls. Buttercup strikes past Dad inside the house. Interior, Professor Newtonium's house, same. As Drake shuts the door behind Buttercup and Bubbles. Buttercup. Dad, why'd you call the press? Bob's gonna freak out, and the last thing you need is another crack in the bell jar. Bubbles. Blossom's fine. I saw her Insta that she has a boyfriend. I saw on her LinkedIn that she got promoted, and I saw on Facebook that she still talks to Grandpa despite their political differences. Buttercup. Coming back here is probably triggering for her. What's the deal with the show and these buzzwords? Bubbles. Why? Because she's the one who killed Mojo? I mean, MoveOn.org. OC, we hear a chair squeak. It's Blossom, sitting at the kitchen table. Awkward. Ace turns to Drake, extends his hand. Ace. I'm Ace. Virgo Management. Drake shakes his hand as Blossom rises to greet her sisters. Blossom, fondly. Come here. Buttercup and Bubbles come in for a long, strong group hug. Drake watches them, pleased, then turns to Ace, who has temporarily lowered his camera to observe the reunion. Drake, you getting this? This show is ruining Professor Newtonium for me. This script is ruining Professor Newtonium. Like, god damn. Interior. Powerpuff Girls' home, kitchen table, night. The girls sit on one side of the dinner table, Drake on the other. The room is full of birthday balloons. Ace films. Drake. I can't believe you girls are 25. Wow. The 3Bs back in Townsville. It'll be nice to catch up, huh? Blossom looking at a red phone on display in the glass case like a museum piece. She stares down the glass of wine. Buttercup. Yes, it will be nice to collect that money we sold our childhood for. Where do we sign? Drake. You love being the Powerpuff Girls. Blossom. It's not like we had a choice. Bubbles. Bloss, you loved it. You were always the first one out the door when the alarm went off. Buttercup, ah yes, the alarm. I'm sure there's no use for it now, but the scariest thing in Townsville is Hobby Lobby. Drake, actually, I didn't want to bring this up yet, but I have a reason to believe that the doctors may be returning. Blossom, nervous. Dad, you don't mean monsters. Bubbles. Monsters? Blossom begins to hyperventilate. It's a panic attack. Drake, I think the city may need the Powerpuff Girls again. Off Blossom, losing consciousness. Buttercup. Bloss? Interior. Henrietta's there. Night. In an apartment, we see Henrietta seated at a child-sized desk. She repairs the woolly bear caterpillar she saw Buttercup swat away earlier. The caterpillar is a robot, revealed to be hundreds of robot pillars crawling around the room. Henrietta cranks the volume of her record player. Neighbor, off-screen. Hey, turn it down. Henrietta. Sorry, Mr. I'm not saying that name. I don't know how to say that. Henrietta pushes one of her woolly bears through the wall vent. Interior. Apartment directly below Night. Mr. Carter's, Henrietta's neighbor's 50s, watches UFC on his couch. The woolly bear emerges from the vent and traverses across the couch cushion before crawling in his ear. Mr. C, I'm just calling Mr. C. Mr. C shakes his head at first, then quickly settles into the new normal, a strange look in his eyes. Glowworm begins to play faintly as we end of Act 1. Okay, Act 1. It sets up the girls like going separate ways, which I think is an interesting concept. Like, as much as I like to rag on the idea of the CW Powerpuff Girls, I at least am curious of the concept of the girls grown up and out of the hero game. Like, that's something that I am curious about. But what they do here, it's not entertaining enough. Like, one is a firefighter, yes. One of them goes to school, and one of them is like a child star trying to reclaim fame. But I don't really get attached to that. And I'm not really attached to this so far. It's tough to get attached to something where you are very not entertained at all from it. And I'm confused. Like, why do they do that to Professor Utonium? Like, why are they making this like pageant mom, giving a pageant mom vibe? Like, that's stupid to do. All right. Let's continue with the beginning of Act 2. Interior, Powerpuff Girls' home kitchen. Night. Blossom's out cold. Bubbles and Buttercup hover over her. Buttercup, Bloss, wake up, or we'll leak your nudes every. My God. These lines are cringe. Like, these lines are like 100% cringe at times. These lines can be summed up in two avenues. Not entertaining and cringe. This is cringe, okay? Alright. Buttercup. That worked on you once. Bubbles nods, remembering then stinks. Close her eyes. Bubbles. Grew up in a small town, and when the rain will fall, I just stare out my window. Blossom. Please, not break away. It's working. Dreaming on what could be, and if I'm happy, I will pray. I will break away. Blossom, force yourself up. Okay, I'm up. Buttercup. Too late. Bubbles and Buttercup. So pitchy, so passionate. I'll spread my wings and I'll learn how to fly. I'll do what it takes till I touch the sky. Yeah, sorry for not singing along. I don't know what breakaway is, so I don't know how to like sing it like that. The girls are interrupted by the Monster Mash playing downstairs. Off their confusion. Interior. Powerpuff Girls home. Drake's lab. Night. The sisters find Drake dancing in front of a PowerPoint eating a Go-Gurt. He accidentally drips some on his shirt. Drake. Sorry, girls. I have a condition where if I see someone faint, I faint. So I have to grab some sugar. Notices the Go-Gurt stain. Now, would you look at that? Back to the girls. Take a seat, please. I made cocoa. Bubbles sits happily. Buttercup and Blossom take a beat. Buttercup, damn. Blossom, I do love cocoa. Drake, and I love family time. Really, if you love family time, then why are you acting like a pageant mom, okay? Like, why are you exploiting the girls, alright? Like, why are you doing that? If you were a real father, you wouldn't be doing that. You'll be happy for where they are and not care about the money that comes from it. Alright. Drake shuts the door with a remote and the girls sit. On the PowerPoint, a graph with various squiggly lines. Drake continues. As you girls may or may not know, I've been monitoring supernatural activity here in Townsville. Ever since you left, mostly it's been a lot of dead ends conspiracies until this morning, when I saw this. Drake pulls up a picture of a missing kitten, posted on Nextdoor. Blossom squints, Buttercup rolls her eyes. Bubbles, so cute, I want it in a frame. Drake, sorry, wrong thread, bear with me. Types for a moment. Ah, here it is. Drake pulls up another Nextdoor thread title. Is anyone else's internet fucked? With several complaints below. Buttercup, yeah, that makes a lot more sense. Drake, my dear Buttercup, it's not what, but the why. I investigated the providers, not to blame. There is no explanation for why this cluster of people in a 2-block radius doesn't have working internet. Except, Drake continues, for mysterious, unusual concentration of high-frequency technology nearby, suggesting evidence of a secret, evil laboratory. Bubbles gasps with excitement. Buttercup rolls her eyes. Buttercup, this might be scary if you didn't say it like a cruise ship MC. Drake, the reach of the outrage suggests some pretty heavy-duty tech, so I didn't want to get too close, undermining. Or should I say, undergirdling. Ah! Dumb pun. Buttercup, you shouldn't. Blossom, so you want us to go see if there's some evil lab, based on a thread from Nextdoor, about spotty internet. Drake, uh-huh. Alright, there's some of that, Professor, like, he may be smart, but he's also kind of a small little idiot sort of vibe, so. Buttercup, and you're sure this evidence is something that you staged in order to come back for us? Drake, I mean, honestly, I'd kind of be Buttercup. Might be. I'm gonna call it right now, it might be. Drake, honey, you think I would lie to you? Buttercup, yes, you lie all the time. Blossom, remember when you let that colossal gopher out during sweeps? Drake, that was one time we were in the ratings hole. Buttercup, and we ended in a literal hole created by a giant gopher who tried to kill us with a tree trunk. Drake, now that was good TV. Buttercup, okay, well, I'm gonna pass. Blossom, same. Drake pouts. Bubble stands up, turns to her sisters. Guys, how can you turn down evil recon mission? Apologies. Especially when said Mish could make a perfect storyline for a documentary. Bubbles is back. Buttercup, not confused with their other film, Bubbles on Her Back. Cringe. Cringe pun. Bubbles, come on, it'll be fun. Plus, we haven't hung out in like a decade. I really miss us. Please? Buttercup warms up to the sentiment but plays it cool. Buttercup, we do have a day to kill before we get our monies. Our monies? And maybe there'll be something for us to beat up. Bubbles, totally. Blossom, evil recon mish? The sisters look at Blossom. She looks away, ashamed. Blossom, I think I'm gonna take a nap. Ugh, I want to take a nap too. Buttercup rolls her eyes. Bubbles takes a deep breath. Bubbles grew up in a small town. Buttercup, forget it, Bubs. Let her have a boring phone sex with her pasty boyfriend. Hold on. Drake, girls don't fight. How about Buttercup goes with Bubbles and Blossom stays with me? We haven't had any QT time since you got home. Blossom shuts her eyes, takes a deep breath. When she opens them, she sees young Blossom examining chemicals in the BG. Young Blossom, you can do this. It's just Dad. Blossom eyes the Go-Gurt stain on Dad's shirt. Cuts to interior Blossom's rental car. Night. Blossom drives, Buttercup in front, Bubbles in the back, with Ace examining Drake's stats on an iPad while Ace films. Bubbles. Alright, I'm gonna say this at a time. It looks like this isn't Gangrene Gang Ace. Bubbles. Okay, so this potential. I hate this thing. Like, I know I'm around that age group that talks like this, but I'm gonna say this. I don't talk like this. I don't. Okay, so this potential evil lab dad found is somewhere between Donut Thing and the volcano. Oh, that's interesting. Buttercup, no, it's not. No one cares. Bubbles, explain to camera. The cano's owned by the Roddy Rough Boys, three boys who were failed spin-off versions of us. I mean, they were confident enough to stand next to you and be their own characters and actually have funny moments associated with them. I mean, the Roddy Rough Boys were okay. Buttercup, except they had no superpowers and they all got Lou Pearlman. What? If the Roddy Rough Boys have turned evil in hopes of rebooting their franchise and we can stop them, then maybe Townsville will want us back. Blossom exhales deeply. Bubbles turn towards Buttercup. Buttercup, Bubba, let me tell you something. When we get outlawed by Townsville for accidentally killing a madman and then unsurprisingly ditched by Blossom, I was pissed. Blossom shifts her seat, quickly annoyed at the dig. Buttercup, but it forced me to reevaluate my life, and I realized how exhausting I was defending myself against misogynist morons and pretending I was straight for the cameras. It was fun when I was about fighting baddies, but it changed. Blossom, mostly to herself. Yeah, it did. Bubbles, not really listening. Do you guys think JoJo will do an interview for my doc? Buttercup, I don't think it'll be good. I don't think he would because of the whole we killed his dad thing. Bubbles, Bloss, maybe you can ask for me. I bet he still was obsessed with you. Blossom, he was never obsessed with me. Buttercup, yeah, he was. I bet he still is. Uh, and I bet he still is, but in a kinky, angry way. Parking lot. Ooh, that's a good space. Interior, the volcano day. An American dive bar, Buttercup, Blossom Bubbles, and Ace Anderson find volcano popping. A picture of the Roddy Rough Boys, Brick, Boomer, and Butch hang on the wall. Buttercup, Butch! Butch, now a super hot bartender, gives Buttercup and Blossom big hugs. Butch gets to Bubbles and frowns, standoffish. Bubbles, where's my hug? Butch, last time I saw you, you broke off our engagement and told me you pawned the ring for Okay, when Act 2 ends, I'm taking a little break. Alright, I'm just gonna say that right now. Why make Bubbles this? Bubbles, was that you? Buttercup elbows her. Buttercup, have a drink with us. We're never here and we'll never be again. Butch smiles, relents. Okay, one shot. Bubbles, oh, juice for me, please. Thank you. Butch leaves to grab some drinks. Buttercup makes eyes with a hot girl across the bar. Macy. Blossom, aren't we here to investigate? Buttercup, I'm here to pick up bi-curious townies. You're here to avoid Drake. Bo's here to investigate, but she forgot Butch hates her. Luckily, we'll be dealing with other hate boners, so alcohol helps. Blossom, why do you know so much about hate boners? Buttercup, life, it's one big hate boner. Yeah, life just really likes to fuck with us. That's a big, that's a big thing. So, decent line there. At the table, Blossom, Buttercup, and Bubbles throw back their shots. Buttercup continues. Remember our 15th birthday at the weird honky tonk? Blossom, Bubbles peed herself, you two carried top out the window, and Sarah picked us up at 3 a.m. Never told Dad. Buttercup, I can't believe they used to have sex. Can you imagine Drake? I bet he's so mechanical. Blossom, and weirdly precise. Bubbles, I bet he's. These are his daughters, and they're talking about his sex life. I'm legit starting to develop a headache. Blossom and Bubbles throw napkins and trash at Bubbles. Blossom and Buttercup. No, filth. Not okay. All the sisters crack up. By the bar, the sisters kick back another round of shots. Bubbles flirt with Butch, who softened considerably. Bubbles nods to a door marked, "Do not enter." Bubbles, "What's in there?" Butch, "It's top secret." "It's top secret." Bubbles, "Like an evil laboratory?" Butch snaps it off. Bubbles eyes the room, dying to get in. Other end of the bar, Blossom waits for a drink, watching a Bitmoji from Clive. Clive Bitmoji. "Call me. Love you." Blossom smiles, puts her phone away, then notices young Blossom at a bar stool beside her, sucking down a Go-Gurt. Young Blossom. "Admit it, you're having fun. You always have fun with them. You always have fun when you're with them." Blossom takes in her surroundings, her sisters. She is having fun, as Blossom savors the moment. "Mr. C, can I buy a drink?" Young Blossom disappears. Blossom turns to find Henrietta's neighbor, Mr. C. Blossom smiles and tries to leave, but Mr. C pushes the stool in front of her with a loud scrape. "Mr. C, I said, can I buy you a drink?" Buttercup notices Mr. C stepping up to Blossom as Blossom clocks the yellow faint blue in his eyes. Buttercup, OS. "What's going on here?" Mr. C turns to Buttercup, then looks back at Blossom. "Mr. C, aren't those the Powerpuff Girls?" Buttercup, "Powerpuff? No D, like you." Mr. C grabs Buttercup's arm. Blossom's eyes go wide. Blossom, "Oh no." Aunt Bubbles, making out with Butch against the wall, trying to inch her way close to the do not enter room. Just as Mr. C sails across the room, bursting through the do not enter door. Bubble peeks her head inside. It's a supply closet filled with storage and pesticides. Exterior, the volcano, night. Buttercup, Blossom, and Ace walk out. Butch physically carries out a flailing Bubbles. Bubbles, "Stop! I'm an American treasure." Butch leaves. Bubble hisses at him. Turns to Bubblecup. Bubbles, continue. "Dude, not cool." Buttercup, "What? He was a creep, and Blossie was full deer in the headlights." Blossom, his eyes were weird glint. I was trying to suss it out. Sus. God damn. The script is getting hard to read with each page. I'm sorry. But we're at the halfway point. We're 31 pages of 61 pages. We're halfway done. We're halfway done. Oh my god. Okay. Buttercup, "What's there to suss out? His botched cataract surgery?" Blossom, "Why do you keep coming at me? I get it. I screwed up." Buttercup, "No, Bubbles screwed up. Like constantly. You left." Blossom, "I'm sorry? Okay, what more do you want from me?" Buttercup, "I want the old Blossom." Buttercup becomes emotional. Blossom nods to Ace to film. Buttercup, "You used to boss us around, and have a perspective and care. You were our leader, and now you're this week's closed off mopey Bubbles. Loser?" Blossom, "You know what I think? I think I'm the one here that actually grew up, and neither okay, and neither of you can handle it, because you're still beating up people in a bar like you did when we were 15, and Bubbles is wearing knee socks on Hollywood Boulevard." Notices Bubbles filming. Bubbles, stop filming. Buttercup charges Bubbles and Ace to try to get them to shut the camera off. Bubbles steps to her, protecting the camera. Buttercup, "Stop pouring out our lives." Bubbles, "You guys bungled the investigation. You dysfunctional, and I've had it." As Bubbles and Buttercup circle around each other, Blossom notices a Razor scooter charge station right across the street. Blossom grabs the iPad from her car, checks Drake's number. Blossom, "Hey guys." Bubbles' eyes go frosty as she drops into her ice breath mode. Buttercup, "Ice me up. You're gonna..." Hold on, what? Blossom, "Hey guys." Bubbles' eyes go frosty as she drops into her ice breath mode. Buttercup, "Ice me and you're going into the dumpster." Blossom, "Guys." They look at her. I think this is the unusual concentration of high-frequency technology Drake was talking about. Blossom points to the Razor scooter. Buttercup laughs. Buttercup, "Oh my god. See, Bubs? He's a sad, lonely quack. Let's go." Buttercup heads to the car. Bubbles sighs. Look at Ace. Bubbles, "This will grab some B-roll, I guess." Bubbles looks over Ace's shoulder as he films the charging station at the base of the apartment complex. 3 floors up, we see a figure watching Bubbles and Ace from their windows. Interior. Henrietta's there. Night. Reveal Henrietta watching them leave. Her evil there is directly above the charging station and is the source of the energy that Drake identified. Henrietta looks back inside, surprised to find Jojo sitting in an armchair. Henrietta, do you break into homes of all little girls who hire to do your evil bidding? Jojo. Jojo notices a woolly bear on his arms, flicks it off. Jojo. Just the ones who murdered their parents. That's red tape. How's progress? Henrietta. You know, ups and downs. Jojo eyes Henrietta, less than thrilled with the response. Jojo. The Papa Girls collect their trust fund in 12 hours. That's how long you have to put 3 little bugs in their brains so I control their minds. Make them throw school bus on kids in a river. Henrietta. And save the day, cementing your re-election. I know the playbook. Joj. And I love it aside from the saving the kids part. But it's just sent my boy Mr. C on a mission and it was no bueno. Reveal Mr. C on Henrietta's couch looking beat up. Henrietta, like scolding a dog. This mission was to try to get a bug in Blossom's ear, but instead we started a fight with Buttercup. Didn't we? To Jojo. I need to do more testing. Jojo, you have 12 hours, or I make you eat every single one of these bugs, turn you into the FBI, and you become the youngest person ever to be executed in America. Got it? Henrietta's speechless, but clearly gets the message. Jojo heads for the door, tripping on a pair of shoes. He fears he looks stupid. He does. So he calls out angry behind. 12 hours. End of Act 2. Oh. I said this before, I'm saying it again. Reading every page is a challenge. It's either something stupid in terms of like what the characters are doing differently to what they're saying. It's like, what's the point? I'm physically hurting right now reading this. I'll take a quick little break. I'll be back in maybe a minute or two. Okay, be back. Alright. I am back. Just had to take care of the final links I had to send out so more people can see this video. Check it out. Drank some Gatorade, a little water, and just let me just prepare myself for what's to come in these last 30 pages. Alright, so when we left off, the girls separated, they came back. Professor Utonium, I have to call him Drake because he's not a Utonium. He is not a Utonium. He tells them that there's an energy source that they want them to investigate. They think he's crazy because they see electric scooters there, but it turns out it's from Henrietta, who's working with JoJo to put these captives in their head so they can control them. So that's pretty much the main gist of it. So let's start off with Act 3. Act 3. Interior. Powerpuff grows home. Drake's lab. Day. Bubble films Drake as they dig deeper into Drake's theory. Drake. I don't see how I could be wrong. The evidence doesn't lie. Blossom enters. Quietly helping yourself to a coffee. Blossom. No, but sometimes people do. Drake. Why would I lie about something like this? Blossom. Because he wants to reunite Dad. And you know that's appealing to my sense of responsibility with this talented and dangerous thing is the only way to get me on board. Bubbles. Oh, speaking of dangerous, this crazy dude came for Floss and Buttercup at the volcano. He had Scorpio energy. Chaotic. We got it on tape. Want to see? We hear a loud bump upstairs. Blossom jumps. Pop flashes to Mr. C scraping the school. His menacing yellow eyes. Back to Blossom. Blossom. What was that? As Bubbles pulls up the footage, Blossom silently exits. Drake watches her leave. Turns to Bubbles. Drake. What did I do to drive her away? Bubbles. Just now. Or in a microsense. Drake. Bubbles. Now a day goes by that I don't regret my greatest failure. Bubbles. Japan's a top. Bubbles. Japan is a tough market to crack. True. Drake. I'm not talking about the brand. I mean my mistake as a father. Bubbles. Look, we love being the Powerpuff Girls, but sometimes we wanted to do other things too. Like in Dirty Dancing, Baby wanted to join the Peace Corps, but she also wanted to be a fancy slut, and her dad didn't get it. Drake. Emotional. Jerry Orbach was doing his best to understand. Interior. Powerpuff Girls home, hallway / Buttercup's room, day. Blossom heads upstairs when the bumping sound continues from Buttercup's room, then abruptly stops. Blossom opens the door and finds Buttercup in bed with Macy, the woman she eyed at the bar the night before. They've just finished. Oh my god. Sorry for that brief silence. I had to scream a little bit. Oh my god. Okay, so I never mentally prepared myself with the fact that there's a piece of media for a show that's officially commissioned by a network where the Powerpuff Girls have sex. "2021, you really know how to keep the energy of 2020 alive." Okay, so Blossom opens the door, finds Buttercup in bed with Marcy, the woman she eyed at the bar the night before they just finished. Blossom, oh god, I'm sorry. Buttercup, I'm fine. To Macy, we're done, right? Macy, I say 6 times is enough. Oh, damn. That's that. Alright. Bubbles and Drake enters on Blossom's heels. Blossom to Bubbles and Drake. Guys, no. Buttercup, it's fine. I'm not remotely ashamed. I'm just getting my life, people. Buttercup continues. And tonight, I finally get access to my trust, and I never have to come back to Clownsville again. Macy, what about me? Buttercup, you should come with me. 3-acre farm and chickens. Bubbles, quietly to Blossom. U-Haul. Drake, why are you acting like being here is torture? I didn't raise you like this. Buttercup, exactly. You raised us to be a franchise, not a family. We don't know how to be together without shot list of suggested dialogue. Bubbles, but remember how much fun we had when the cameras were off? Buttercup, when were they off? Sees Ace filming from the hallway. Blossom rolls her eyes. Blossom to Drake. When you're a kid, the stakes are supposed to be low. A kid should be worried about losing their lunch money and being picked last in PE. A kid shouldn't be worried about cat burglars or giant lizards or accidentally farting on TRO. Bubbles. Carson handled it well. Blossom. There were always something scary around the corner. It wasn't normal, and we never had space to process. Blossom continues. You said you created us because you wanted us to be a dad. Because you always wanted to be a dad. So why not just make 3 little girls? Drake. Well, that would be kind of weird. Blossom shakes her head, frustrated with Drake's response. Macy, excited. I like to aggro yoga. It's kind of like flying. Buttercup. Oh, that's fun. Call me. Blossom. I'm out of here too. Bubbles. Right, you spent a total of 10 minutes with us and you're already a ghost. Where are you going? Blossom. Exiting. I need to talk to a human being who understands emotion. Drake. Offended. I am a known homo sapien. Exterior. Sarah Bellum's house. Day. A charming bungalow. Blossom rings the doorbell. Sarah Bellum, now an attractive redhead in her 40s, answers the door. Sarah, delighted. Blossie! I didn't think you'd actually come. Blossom. Hey, Sarah. Blossom meets Sarah for a hug. Blossom continues. You still wear the same perfume. Blossom and Sarah in unison. Britney Spears circus fantasy. Interior. Sarah Bellum's house. Same. Blossom and Sarah sit in a cozy den, drink tea, and catch up. Sarah's demeanor is warm. She's an earthy big sister type. Sarah. You know, I was hoping to see all of you. Are my other bees just busy? I almost said BS. Blossom. No, I just really need to talk to someone one-on-one. When we're together, it's like we're suddenly kids again, and it just gets emotional. Yeah, I get it. Then, you girls had a gnarly childhood. I used to fight with your dad about how much was expected of you. Blossom. You always stood up for us. It's why I would reply to your text and not his. Sarah. Drake really does not care deeply about you guys. He just didn't want you to... Oh, Drake really does care deeply about you guys. He just didn't want you to hide your light. He thought pushing you was a form of love. Blossom. Well, it didn't feel like it. And we were punished for his dream. Sarah. It was your dream too. All 3 of you loved it. You didn't just have the agency of independence. That was his mistake. And not a bad guy. And he's not a bad guy, boss. He can be enraging and oblivious. Trust me. I dated the man for 9 years. But he has a good heart. When he talked to me about you guys in private, it wasn't about fighting or flying. Sarah continues. It was about all the real stuff he loved about you. Blossom. Really? Sarah nods. It kind of sounds like you still love him. Sarah blushes as the tea kettle goes off. She gets up to fetch it as Blossom looks at her phone. Thinks. She types a text. Interior. Powerpuff Girls home, kitchen, day. Bubbles and Drake sit at the kitchen table, still reviewing footage. They both wear sheet masks and are flustered. Bubbles. Okay, maybe everyone's internet works and they're hallucinating that it doesn't because of something in the water or like. Drake. Solemn. Aliens. Bubbles. Wait. On the footage, Bubbles spots Henrietta at the window. Bubbles continues. That's the same little girl we met in the front of the house. Coincidence? Drake. Maybe we should look into her. Bubbles. She's like 10. Drake. So are you. Back when many of the villains made mistakes of under... Ah, God. Sorry. Drake. So are you. Back when many of the villains made a mistake of underestimating my girls. Drake phone buzzes with a text. It's from Blossom. Very surprised, Drake opens it, then smiles. Drake continues. Your sister texted me. She said if we're still investigating to look out for the barfly's yellow eyes. Bubbles. Look at that. Progress. Drake. Smile. Touched. Maybe I can come back from this after all. Bubbles. You know, once I get my money today, we can use part of my cut to go deeper into our investigation. Drake looks guilty at the mention of the money. Right. Bubbles. After rinse, gotta look fresh for the trust fund meeting. Bo skips out. Drake keeps looking at Henrietta's footage. Her face is stormy, mysterious, possibly evil. Interior, Henrietta's lab, day. Henrietta, surrounded by empties of monster energy, builds more woolly bears. Jojo bursts in, impatient. Time's up, Henny. Henrietta, they're not ready. Jojo, I don't care. Show me what you got. The main event. Henrietta pulls out a box and opens the lid, revealing 3 special woolly bears. 1 blue, 1 pink, 1 green. Henrietta, these are designed specifically to target them and accept their minds. Blue for Jojo, yeah, got it. Jojo snatches the bugs from Henrietta, opens the window, and lets the woolly bears crawl out. Interior, Powerpuff goes home. Bubbles' bathroom, day. An upbeat Bubbles gets ready. Makeup and accessories are scattered all over the vanity. The blue woolly bear appears on a windowsill. Bubbles pulls on a blue beanie that covers her ears and has holes for pigtails to emerge. Bubbles, that's cute. Ski bunny mood. The woolly bear looks perplexed. Exterior, Powerpuff goes home. Driveway, same. As Blossom approaches the house, she notices the pink woolly bear crawling on her arm. She frowns, picks it off, and places it on a leaf. The woolly bear falls off the leaf and into a puddle where it short circuits. Interior, Powerpuff goes home. Kitchen, same. Buttercup is about to take a sip of black coffee when she sees the green woolly bear collide with her cup. She yelps, flicks it down the drain, and turns like garbage disposal. Interior, Powerpuff goes home. Living room, day. Bubbles, Blossom, and Buttercup sit on the couch across from their attorney, Larry, as Drake stands anxiously in the corner. Larry's typical cheap TV lawyer type. He organizes the papers from a briefcase. Ace films. Everyone sits in silence. Buttercup, haven't I seen you guys on a bus bench? Larry, I was supposed to be famous. Looks through the papers. So we're looking at about five apiece, right, Drake? Drake watches the girls. Bubbles pulls her beanie away from her ears, hoping she heard correctly. We see the blue woolly bear crawling along the couch, heading for Bubbles' ears canal. Bubbles, 5 million? Buttercup, no way, 500,000. I mean, that's how it feels low budget then. Larry, 5,000. Ooh. Ooh. All right. Just checking up to see how the connection's going. All right. Larry, 5,000. Bubbles, come again. I'm sorry, what? Drake, look, there's nothing for me to say. I saw how hard you girls worked, how brave you were in all those battles, and I wanted to maximize your earnings. So I made some investments. Buttercup, what'd you invest in, Dad? Well, some real estate in 2008, and then some fidget spinners. And have you guys heard of Chrome? Yeah, this guy's an idiot. This isn't Professor Utonium. This is not Professor Utonium. Blossom, the money's gone, and you knew about it. Why'd you make us come out here? Drake, because I missed you and I love you. Bubbles, so the evil lab thing was a lie? No, it's true believe disaster is imminent. Buttercup, you're mentally ill. This is why I don't call or visit. She picks up a vase. Drake inevitably ducks and cowers. Drake, I'm sorry, Buttercup. Buttercup polishes off the vase as if to throw it when a chair crashes through the window, revealing Bubbles, Hope level furious is the one through the chair. Bubbles, what about me? She angrily gesticulates. Oh, I said that right. She unwittingly flings off the woolly bear. There he drops the briefcase and runs. The woolly bear heads for Bubbles again, crawling up her leg. Bubbles continues. I always believed in you and defended you, Dad, even when you sewed away our likeness to that cartoon, which, by the way, totally whitewashed us. Even the... Did they just bash the original cartoon? The original cartoon is a classic, alright? I don't know that word. Vehemently... No, that's not the right word to say. I can fully say that if it's on a rerun, I will watch it. And I'm 22. I'm gonna be 22 this September. I'm 21 right now. I'm gonna be 22 this September. I'll still watch it. It's a classic. Why would you make a jab at the show that you are piggybacking off of with that statement? Like, I'm sorry, I'm kind of confused because it, it's one of the best action shows I've seen. Like, probably one of the best action cartoons ever made. Which, by the way, totally whitewashed us. Even then, I had your back. I always had a smile on my face. I never broke character, even though there was so much more to me. I always put my family and the team first, no matter what. Drake, sweetie. Drake tries to stop Bubbles as she heads for a jagged hole where the window used to be. Drake puts his hands on her arms. Bubbles, I'm out of here. It's relapse time. Relapse time. And the woolly bear crawls from Bubbles onto Drake and into his ear. Bubbles flies out the window. A blue streak in the sky. Buttercup glares at Drake and flies after her. Blossom, you stole my childhood because of you. I killed Mojo and I ruined my... Sorry for the fat. I sounded flat there. Hold on. Blossom, you stole my childhood. Because of you, I killed Mojo and it ruined my life. Then angrily, do you even care? Drake is silent. We see a moment of a yellow glint in his eyes, but Blossom doesn't see it. Blossom continues, cool, got it. I never want to see you again. She exits again as end of Act 3. Act 3, oh my god. Well, I'm almost done, which is good. This doesn't feel like Powerpuff Girls. These characters do not feel like the characters that were from the cartoon. I know I said in the beginning that, well, it was a flashback, so I guess they technically did. And even though they grew up, like, it doesn't feel like Powerpuff Girls. It feels like maybe, and I hate to borrow from Robot Chicken, like a high school girl's interpretation of an adult Powerpuff Girls. All this drama, all this angst. Ugh. And I think it was also made with the idea of just getting the cliff notes of the original series. I genuinely believe, did these writers watch the original series or care enough for the original series to do research? Because this is ruining the characters. It's ruining what made the Powerpuff Girls good. I am genuinely, like, dumbfounded that it got so far in the process of a pilot being made, a pilot which eventually just got dropped so it can be retooled, which is for the best because this would have sucked. Ugh. We got one more act. Hopefully this is one more act. Act 4. We can do this. We got this. Imagine me here, alright? We got this. We can handle this. Let's go. Act 4. Interior. Joe. Day. A close-up on a man's mouth. Officer. Bubbles Utonium? On Bubbles. In a holding cell. She opens her bloodshot eyes plastered with sleep. She sits up, looking rough. Revealed Ace beside an officer outside the cell. He gives Bubbles a brief, compassionate wave. Bubbles stumbles towards him as they walk down the hallway. Bubbles vomits. Ace pats her back. Ace, I got a great shot of you freeing all those snakes from the zoo. Bubbles, they were legless lizards, Ace. Spits out the last bit. Not that it mattered. Interior, Powerpuff Girls' house, kitchen, day. Blossom finishes her coffee, sets the cup by the sink, stays in the kitchen to reveal a mangled green woolly bear, the one Buttercup disposed of earlier, crawling out of the sink. Interior, Powerpuff Girls' house, entryway, day. Blossom opens the front door when she hears a phone ring. She stops, looks inside at the red phone, but wasn't it unplugged? Blossom walks over to it and finds it stops ringing. Confused, Blossom goes upstairs, passing by the green woolly bear, now crawling up the banister. Interior, Blossom room, day. Blossom tiptoes to Buttercup's side of the bed. Macy's asleep. Buttercup's googling backpacking trips on her phone. Blossom. Did you hear a phone ring? Buttercup. Yeah, it was a house line. How far do you think 5 can get me? Buttercup continues, speaking as she types. Direct flight to Peru? Blossom. I know it's stupid, but I can't stop thinking about that creepy guy in the bar. Those yellow eyes. Buttercup. He probably has liver disease. Then reading Blossom. Look, this spidey sense. Oh, my throat's starting to kill me. If I start talking really fast, my throat's starting to kill me. Look, this spidey sense you're feeling right now is all part of. It's the part of you that feels like you like to believe there's evil in this town, because that means maybe Dad's not a psychological liar, but you know, Optim's razor. Bubbles enters in with sunglasses. Buttercup covers her nose as the green woolly bear crawls alongside Buttercup's wall towards her bed. Bubbles acknowledging. Yeah, I stink. Thank you for your compassion. I'm going back to LA now. I'll FaceTime you at Christmas if I'm still alive. Doesn't Chemical X like? I'm trying to remember this. I know this is canon from the movie, but if are they technically invincible in a sense? And in the movie, they suggest that Chemical X turns them into humans. Clothes on, the woolly bear crawling into the ear canal. Oh no, did I finally get Buttercup? Pull back to reveal Macy springing out of her bed, possessed. She grabs a bedside table lamp and smashes it on Buttercup's head, then turns towards Blossom, flashing her yellow eyes. Blossom. Oh my god, yellow eyes. Macy throws down the bookcase. Bubbles attacks her, but Macy manages to duck and throw Bubbles smack into the wall. Bubble tries to shake off the blow as Macy lifts up the bedside table and smashes it over Bubble's head. When Buttercup kicks Macy's leg out from under her, Macy falls, hitting her head on the desk chair and causing the green woolly bear to fly out of her ear. Macy groans. The girls stare at the green woolly bear in awe. Interior. Powerpuff Girls' home, Drake's that day. The girls examine the woolly bear under the microscope. Blossom dissects it, revealing its wiring and square metal chip. Bubbles. Whoa, it's a robot? Magic. Blossom. This is an AI chipset. The furry hairs on the outside are actually nanofibers intended to latch onto something. I guess onto the brain? Buttercup. How do you know all this? Blossom. I have a PhD in biocheck. They clearly don't know. Really? You guys don't know that? Buttercup. Psh, of course I know that. Bubbles. Biotech. Duh. Nerd alert. Bubbles. Anyway, I think someone engineered these things for my control. The guys at the bar, Macy, that's why their eyes had that weird yellow tint. They were possessed. Then realizing, Dad was right. Evil is back in Townsville. Bubbles is stunned. Buttercup is still a little skeptical. Buttercup. So someone put this thing in Macy together to what, attack us? Because that was a bunk plan. Blossom. I don't know. This looks like pretty damaged. Maybe it misfired? Bubbles. Dad and I were worried about a theory. Buttercup, do you remember that girl we met outside the house, our biggest fan? Buttercup, realizing. The one with the pet caterpillar? Bubbles, yes, that was shady, and we spotted her in the dock footage outside the cano watching us. Buttercup, I can't believe this. I really thought Drake made it all up, like the mom would poison her kid for Disney tickets. Bubbles, so crazy, like, think bigger. Suddenly, all three girls get Google alerts on their phone. Buttercup, are you seeing this? Bubbles, what the? Blossom turns on the TV. A breaking news banner reads, Townsville erupts in riots and chaos. A newscaster reports. Newscaster, a riot started moments ago. The cause of which are still unknown. The girls are in shock when they see news for the citizens storm Townsville. Match that to Interior, Mayor's office. Continues. The TV is on. Jojo looks in the mirror, deciding between two ties, red or blue. Henrietta opens a window surrounded by her woolly bear creations. Little burp there. Henrietta, just so I'm clear, now we're going to lose the woolly bear on Townsville. Let them crawl into town. I'm so sorry. All right, reading this entire 6-page script on my own for the past couple hours, it kills the throat. Henrietta, just so I'm clear, now we're going to lose the woolly bears onto Townsville, let them crawl into people's brains, then turn their autometer up to 10. Agrometer up to 10. Jojo, exactly. We need a new plan after your idiot worms intercepted the wrong Utonium. Then, after havoc ensues, I'll blame the entire thing on Drake. He'll confess to be a woolly bear, and he's drunk with power, blah blah blah. I'll arrest him, save the day, and Townsville re-elects me as mayor. Drake continues. A fun bonus, Drake rots in prison, and maybe I get to console. He's still thirsty for Blossom. Good God. And maybe I get to console Blossom. With that, Jojo picks up the red tie. Henrietta sadly watches her woolly bear leaves the office out the window en masse. Henrietta, goodbye Karen, Jarek, Eric, Melinda, Donald, Rudy Giuliani, Ted. Unneeded political joke. Didn't need to do it, but you did it. Interior, Utonium House, living room continues. The girls keep watching TV as the new cast switches to a press conference. The banner below reads, Townville erupts in chaos, mind-controlling robots, Mayor Mondo speaks. Jojo, citizens under the control of these malicious robots are being forced to act violently towards each other with no one in sight. I'm sad to say I believe the late father was right. They appears to be the work of Professor Drake Utonium. Bubbles, what? On TV. News footage on top of Drake on top of the roof screaming, Drake, burn Townsville, all must pay. Geez, that's kind of obvious. Not even subtle there. If you're looking for it, you can see his Blossom, yellow eyes, Buttercup, someone setting him up. Blossom, he needs us. Bubbles, he needs us now. Off Blossom, overwhelmed and terrified by this Call of Duty. There's one more act. God damn it. 48, 49 of 61. Alright, we're almost done. Final act. Alright. No review for Act 4 because, oh boy. Slightly better than the other acts, but, still major problems. Major problems. I don't vibe with. I don't like it. So, we're going to get down to Act 5. And we'll be done with this. I'll give you my final thoughts. And I'll tease you with some stuff I'm working on. Thank you all who have made this stream possible. Okay. I was just doing a quick little setup change quickly. Hold on. Alright, hold on. Alright. Let's do this. Let's finish up strong. Act 5. Exterior, Townsville streets various. Day. The Pop Girls drives towards town in the white Puffmobile Sprinter van. Buttercup drives, Blossom in the front, Bubbles in the back. They pull up to the city center. Buttercup, I can't believe you didn't fly. Blossom, I'm sorry. You know I can't get on a plane without a Xanax. Buttercup, but you can literally fly. Can't handle this. Let's sidebar this. Ugh. They get out of the car. We see anarchy in the streets. Cars on fire. Fights breaking out. Bubbles. They're all possessed. This is that gathering of the juggalos. You've been? Haunty. I'll trade you, Pierre. Blossom, we need to get Dad. The girls keep talking. The girls keep taking it in. People are fighting, shouting, and destroying property. Fire hydrants have been opened, and there's water all over the streets. Nearby, Henrietta, unnoticed by the Powerpuff Girls, strolls through all the insanity she helped create. She spots the girls and picks up the phone, ducking into the alley. Interior alley, Day, Henrietta, into the phone. Okay, they're here. You might want to make the arrest. Cross-cut phone call to Interior Mayor Office, Day. Jojo's on the phone, exhilarated. Jojo. All of them? Even Blossom? Henrietta, bored. Yep. You get to see them kick and scream as her dad gets hauled off to jail, just like he put on the vision board. Which, by the way, never show anyone, by the way. The gold number was cringe. Jojo smiles, taking in this moment. When his pet monkey screeches, Jojo frowns, his mood darkening. Jojo, no, it's not enough. I can't squander this opportunity. Henrietta, what do you want me to do, Jojo? I want them to know what it feels like to watch their father die. New plan. Interior Townsville City Center, they sang. The Powerpuff Girls head for Drake. On the way there, they cannot help but notice the mayhem. Bubbles stop. Bubbles, guys, wait. What about all these people? They need us. Blossom looks around, conflicted. Buttercup keeps moving, then turns when she sees Blossom and Bubbles haven't moved. Buttercup, come on, saving Dad's life, I get, but playing superhero again? Buttercup gestures to the fight and Buttercup gestures to the fighting and ruins around them. Buttercup continues. These are the same normos that kicked us out a decade ago. Why would we help them? Blossom sighs, conflicted. Bubbles sees her wavering. Bubbles, Blossom, you're the one who always said we should help people no matter what. Remember, you had the biggest, bravest heart, and all three of us? That's why you were the leader. Blossom, I was the leader because Dad said so. Buttercup, that's not true. I was designed to be in charge, but your annoying type A ass claiming that role has to admit, and you own it. Bubbles, guys, I know everyone here rejected us for a same misogynistic reason. Not really not a same misogynistic reason. It wasn't even misogynistic at all. Like, it was kind of chaos in part, and then you killed a guy, so that kind of helped fuel the fire of people hating you. Whatever. But Townsville is our home, and it's getting destroyed. We have to save it, and Dad. To Buttercup, this is our chance to show them that they were wrong about us. Buttercup looks around, taking it in. Look, I hate this town. I'm 50-50 on Drake, but I've got a hard-on for Mayhem and won't go down. I'm in. Bubble smiles, looks to Blossom. She's shaking. Blossom, no, I have done too much work in therapy to go there. I'm a grown woman now. I have degrees and a boyfriend and furniture from West Elm. I'm not a Powerpuff Girl. Blossom starts to have a panic attack, then runs off. Bubbles is about to take off after Blossom. Buttercup stopping her. We have to move on. Bubbles, but Buttercup, what will do it for her, okay? It's what she wants, even if she can't say it. She was always our conscience. Bubbles, and that was just an intention whore. Buttercup, hey, you were amazing. Bubbles nods, touched, then takes off the other direction. Exterior, Townsville sky overhead moments later. Possessed Drake is standing on the rooftop. Bubbles and Buttercup observe from a safe distance. Buttercup, okay, so when Macy hit her head, it drove the woolly bear out of her. We need to do something like that, but on a mass scale, like what? Killing people, right. Bubbles looks around, her eye lands on a spot with advertisement for laser hair removal. Her eyes light up. Oh, it was like, we need it on a mass scale without, like, Bubbles killing people, right. Bubbles continues. Electrolysis. Hope I said that right. Buttercup, frustrated. I know you don't get the all-natural thing, but this is not the time. Bubbles finds the telephone pole and rips the wire out of the pole, exposing its fray end. Buttercup smile, getting in. Getting it. Buttercup, oh, sick, we're gonna fry them. Bubbles, nope, we're gonna lightly shock them. Enough to draw the bugs out, but not enough to kill them. Look, they're all standing in water. Help me grab the pole. They fly over the telephone pole and begin to uproot it. Interior alley, same. Blossom sits beside a dumpster doing breathing exercises. She closes her eyes and opens them, revealing young Blossom. 10 more pages! Or 7 more pages. Blossom, I can't do this. I just want a normal life. I can't be the hero they want me to be. Blossom, so be the hero you want to be. Do it on your terms. You don't have to wear the dress. You don't have to take Daddy's notes and being that's bossy. You don't have to spend the rest of your life blaming yourself for mojo. You just have to be true to yourself. Be the person you want to be if there's no one telling you to do. Blossom considers this. Young Blossom disappears. Suddenly, the ground trembles. Interior Townsville City Center sing. Buttercup and Blossom hold the telephone pole over the crowd. Buttercup, just touch the water and the shock will spread. They lower the pole gently, and a jet of electricity surges through the teen mass standing in the flooded streets. People are knocked out. Then suddenly, look! Woolly bears are crawling out and jumping out of people's ears. Bubbles and Buttercup are soaked, but then Henrietta. Hello, Powerpuffs! Revealing Henrietta on the roof of the building with Drake. The sisters are mid-air holding the pole aloft. Henrietta, I have complete and total I have complete and total power over him. To Drake, right, Professor Quacktonium? Drake nods numbly. Bubbles, I knew you were a fake fan. Nobody's favorite is Blossom. Buttercup, look, I don't care what you want with our dad, but please, let's talk this out, girl to girl. Henrietta, you're not a girl. You're a born grown-up who used to be cool. Hang it up and start a book club. Bubbles let go of the pole, ready to save Drake, but with the electric current, it's too much for Buttercup alone. Buttercup, Bubbles! Bubbles see Buttercup needs your help with the pole before it crashes on the ground, but the sisters are stuck. Buttercup continues, we can't drop the pole. It'll kill them all. Let's go for a walk. And Act 5? How many? 6 acts. Okay. You can do this. I can do this. 7 more pages. Drake obediently walks to the edge of the building and falls off. Bubbles and Buttercup are helpless, holding the pole, screaming. Drake plummets towards the ground. Buttercup screams. Bubbles watches in terror as Drake falls. Bubbles. Daddy! Drake drops faster and faster, 30 feet from the ground, then 20, then 10. When Blossom cuts through the air and scoops him up. Buttercup. That's my bitch right there. Okay. I want this all to happen only for the sake of, I want to hear, Bubbles' voice saying that. If Tara Strong does TikTok and everything, I want her to, say Bubbles' lines in here from the script on her TikTok. That'd be funny. That'd be incredibly funny to do. Okay. We got one more act. Let's get this over with. Interior Mayor's office continues. Jojo's watching from the window, furious. Jojo. No, no, no! Back in the air. Blossom soaks up her hero moment. Blossom. Sorry I'm late, Dad, but I had to make peace with an old... Drake snaps and scratches at Blossom, still possessed. Blossom continues. Stop, stop, ow, you're so annoying. Blossom lands on the street with Drake, still feisty, flying. Blossom punches him in the face. His woolly bear flies out of his ear. Blossom stops it as Drake moans on the ground. Blossom. That was surprisingly cathartic. Townsville City Center. Bubbles is stomping out every last woolly bear on the street while Blossom lands beside her. Bubbles gives her a huge hug. Bubbles. Blossie, you saved the day! Blossom, gleaming. Haven't heard that one in a while. Henrietta. My babies! My poor babies! Blossom and Bubbles turn to find Henrietta crouched in a puddle, mourning her woolly bears. Bubbles, stomping one. Oops! Henrietta smiles maniacally. She's slowly standing up. Henrietta. Woolly bears, mount up! The busted woolly bear starts to rise and crawl towards Henrietta as she caps maniacally. And then suddenly, Henrietta is electrocuted and flies into a building, hard, revealing Buttercup with a live wire behind her. The woolly bear snub ineffectual without Henrietta's leadership. Bubbles, Bud, way too much. Buttercup is worried until Henrietta starts coughing. The girl sighed. Hold on. Let me repeat that. Then suddenly, Henrietta is electrocuted and flies into a building hard. Revealed Buttercup with a live wire behind her. The woolly bear snub ineffectual without Henrietta's leadership. Bubbles, Bud, way too much. Buttercup is worried until Henrietta starts coughing. The girl sigh, relieved. Buttercup eyes open up. Buttercup, not dead. Okay, that's kind of funny. Buttercup and Bubbles high-five, then they hear cheering and turn to discover a massive crowd cheering for them. The sisters soak it all up, feeling like real heroes again. Exterior, Drake's house, day. Newscaster, off-screen. In the sweeping reverse of fate, the Powerpuff Girls are beloved again in Townsville. The super bloom surrounding the Utonium house. Townsville residents swing by, leaving gifts of a huge sign is hung across the front lawn. Thank you, Powerpuff Girls. Interior, Drake's house, Blossom's bedroom, day. On the TV, newscaster. The town is pleading for the girls to return permanently, but the sisters have yet to comment. Pan from the TV to Blossom standing by the window. She admires side to side and listens and watching a Bitmoji. 5 Bitmoji. Look, I get it. It's a cool opportunity. I just love our life together. I don't want to ask you to turn it down, but I hope you do. Sorry, doing this Bitmoji thing was a stupid idea. Love you. Blossom signs. Ben notices something outside. Exterior, Drake's house day. Blossom opens the door and someone walks away. Blossom. Jojo? Jojo turns, smiling shyly at Blossom. Jojo. Hey, I was just leaving you guys a little token of my appreciation. Inside, Buttercup looks out the window watching them. Buttercup. Bubba, come here. Bubbles joins her at the window. Bubbles. What? Whoa! Intercut. Blossom picks up Jojo's gift. It's an action figure of her, the one we saw Jojo holding in the teaser. Blossom. Wow, where'd you get this? I actually bought it by my dad's back when I was a kid. I had to hide it under the bed, like porn. Awkward over-explains. Not because I did anything creepy with it, just because he hated you. You definitely did something creepy with that doll. I'm just going to say that right now. You definitely did something creepy to that doll. Buttercup. Oh my god, this is brutal. Blossom. No, yeah, I get that. I remember. I'm still so sorry, Jojo. Jojo. It was an accident. Speaking of, I'm sorry about falsely accusing your dad of mass terrorism. Blossom. Yeah, real egg on your face, huh? Jojo. Little bit, yes. Blossom. Well, I guess we're even. Then, awkward stumble. I mean, we're not even. Nowhere close. I just mean, don't worry. Bubbles. Is she flirting? Girl. Jojo. You think you guys are gonna stay? Blossom. I don't know. We have to talk about it. Jojo. Well, I hope you do. Jojo starts to walk away. Blossom. Jojo. Why don't you hate me? Jojo smiles and shrugs. It's not for lack of trying. Night. Blossom watches Jojo go, oddly drawn to him. Buttercup. Classic hate boner. Utonium household dining room. Night. The sisters talk over each other at dinner telling Drake a story. Their energy is magnetic and warm, like old times. Buttercup. So Dad, I come up behind her and zap, she flies like 20 feet and splats onto the wall. All of them crack up. Drake slaps his knee. Drake. Oh my god, that's hilarious. Good thing they caught her. You know, she murdered her parents. Really? Bubbles. Really? Good gosh. Drake. So, have you girls thought about whether you want to stay in Townsville? The girls look at each other quietly. Blossom speaks to her when Drake cuts her off. Drake continues. Before you answer, I want to say, I know you're individuals with full lives and aspirations. So, if picking up the old mantle doesn't feel like your life anymore, I want you to honor that. The girls are shocked by Drake's uncharacteristic clarity. Buttercup. You sure you got that bug out? Drake. Sarah called me, which I know wasn't easy for her, and mentioned that I sometimes express to you girls that I see was full people. Bubbles. I said that too, Jerry Orbach. Drake. You're my daughter's first, and your happiness is all that matters. Blossom. You and Sarah talk? And you know she has a crush on you. Drake. We'll discuss Sarah later. For now, you girls need to make a decision. Excusing himself. If you need me, I'll be in my lab. Drake leaves. A beat. Buttercup. Are we really doing this? Blossom. I've been given my whole life. A job, a great guy that loves me. Bubbles. I've been up Hollywood. It was my dream. I probably look pathetic to you guys, but Blossom kindly. You didn't. Buttercup. I'd give up my backyard chickens. Then serious. And a lot of other stuff too. But I'd be lying if I said I didn't miss this. What about you guys? They share a nervous glance. Blossom, most conflicted. Bubbles. Grew up in a small town, and when the rain will fall down, it just stares out my window. Buttercup smiles. Buttercup and Bubbles. Dreaming of what could be, and end up happy, I would pray I could break away. This is so awkward, oh my god. They both stop singing and look at Blossom. Is she in or not? Blossom looks pained, shakes her head. Buttercup and Bubbles stare in disappointment and nod. A silent beat. Then, belting in baby. I'll spread my wings and I'll learn how to fly, and I don't know what it takes till I touch the sky. Buttercup. It was a fake out. Bubbles. What is that? Buttercup and Bubbles are thrilled. They join in singing in each other's faces. Visceral. Complete return to childhood. All three girls. I'll make a wish, take a chance, make a change, and break away. Interior. Powerpuff Girls home Drake's staff continues. Drake hears a ghost singing upstairs and smiles. He peers through a microscope examining the Funky Woody Bear robot, but he's doing more than just examining it. He's repairing it. The bot rolls back to life and Drake smiles. He walks to a cabinet revealing a hidden door behind it. He walks inside. Drake's secret lab. Lights flicker on as Drake places a bot in a glass cage surrounded by other mysterious specimens. As he exits, he looks at a picture of his wall himself, Blossom, Bubbles, and Buttercup as young girls. He looks at them, guilt-ridden. Interior Utonium House Night. Clothes on the 2000 action figure sets of Blossom and the girls continue to scream, sing, and dance in the background. Match 2. Interior Mojo Observatory Night. A camera feed at JoJo watches. The action figure has a secret camera inside, a scowl on his face. His pet monkey watches the feed beside him, eating banana. JoJo, I'll find another way to win the re-election. We took them out once. We can do it again. Right, Dad? The monkey screeches with fervor as we cut to black. The end. Good God. This was the toughest I ever had to sit through. Like, this is not Powerpuff Girls. I would not watch this on TV. I would not watch this on demand. I would not watch this. This is a bad script. It's bad. The story, characters are really out of character. Even as a dope like it doesn't feel like them. This is a bad script. It's bad. Like, I'm glad now that they went back to do revisions for this because there is no way in hell that this show would do good in the current state it's in. I'm actually glad that the CW looked at this, saw it was too much for them, and told them to go back to do it again. Because this would have failed. This probably would have been just like a TV movie to act as a pilot for a show. That would never happen. But that raises the question, what's going to happen now in the revisions? What are they going to do to fix things? And as much as I don't want to, I'm going to stay in touch with this and find out. I'm going to continue watching and reading and doing anything I can to get information for this live-action Powerpuff Girls up until the moment it finally airs on TV. Good God. I apologize for how I spoke in this script reading. It just, yeah, I get a rating for this 2 out of 10. This is a 2 out of 10 script. Go back to work. Watch the show. Watch the original Powerpuff Girls, okay? Up to season 4, because the final 2 seasons, 5 and 6, are a mixed bag in my opinion. Watch it, study it, so you can fully grasp what it's like. Alright. I'm gonna close on Powerpuff Girls. At least for now. I don't have to worry about it. I got the script out. I read to you guys. I feel like my mission is complete for this now. The only thing that matters now is what they're going to do next. And I'll keep an eye on it. And you can find me on Twitter at ProductionsEOF if they have any more news regarding it. So, yeah. Before I go, though, I just want to update you guys on stuff I'm working on. It was about a week or two of rest, but I'm finally back to the video making grind. I currently have a 5-minute review review for Army of the Dead that I'm going to try to get out by this Friday. That's about a week worth of wait, so hopefully by then everyone has seen it and I can put my review out so I don't do spoilers or anything. And for the time being, I'm thinking about aiming to doing the 5-minute or less review every 2 weeks, while at the same time working on more bigger reviews in the process. I recently switched up from Adobe to DaVinci Resolve because Adobe get expensive. So, yeah. And look out next month for art-related content and a big announcement regarding it. And that's about it. Thank you so much for joining me for these almost 2.5 hours. And thank you for suffering with me. If you want to see me do this again for other scripts that have been produced but never made, or scripts that have leaked, let me know what you think. And yeah, that is about it. See you all next time when I make new videos. Stay gold, everybody. And fuck this script. Good God, this sucks. Oh my